Andrea's house. Hi, Regina. Hi, Andrea. We got Kat over here. Our table has changed a little bit. Hi, Rhonda. Yep, I'm tired today, you guys. I'm really tired. Really tired giving you a look. Oh, Willoughby is under my table. Hi, Tara. Hi, Sharon. And come on in here. We've got Tommy and Tara and Irma and Dorothy. And the table just keeps growing and getting taller with stuff. There's Mary in the kitchen.
I was going to say, we cleaned it off some, so it should look dwindled.
It should look dwindled. There you go. Hi, Regina. Hello, hello. So today, our guest star is Big Mama, and she's going to show us how to make one of her scrappy rosettes. You guys see? Oh. Now, the really cool thing about Big Mama's rosettes is they are thin, so very little bulk. And she's going to teach us how to do that.
Let me get them back in the fruit bowl.
And Kat says she'll borrow some.
Let me put them back.
So back in the fruit bowl.
Yeah, fruit bowl.
It says so right there.
There you go. Okay. Offcuts are something that we get to have when we get a Dear Julie Julie digital, and we cut off the edges so that it fits neatly in our challenge.
Yes.
And so these are some offcuts off of the page. And so what I like to do is I will either ink up, let me open back up my fruit bowl. I will go through and ink up some of the offcuts with different colors and then just throw them over to the side so that I can use the different colors later.
What she's saying is that was not blue paper and pink paper and rusty paper there. She actually inked her white papers and then she made a yellow one. I love that. Pretty.
So, and I will take and sit the offcuts with the different colors off to the side, and that way I will have them ready whenever I want for a journal. And I try to do a lot of the offcuts for the journal I'm working on in those colors so that I can use the rosettes throughout the pages. So, our dear, wonderful Sarita, who popped into chat earlier this week, this is an offcut of one of her pages that I had gotten from her. So when you're cutting down, little pages like this are wonderful. And so I'm going to go ahead and use Sarita's page right now. And I like to take the dark edge and put it to the center of the flower. So I'm going to turn that. And hopefully you're going to be able to see this really well. The important thing to remember is this bottom edge is where you always want to come back to. So the more you do this, the more your fingers are going to have a memory muscle to where you're going to be able to produce them faster. But the first ones you do, you're going to go slow. Don't beat yourself up that you can't do it fast, because it will come in time. So I'm right-handed. I'm sorry, lefties. That's the only way I know how to do it. All right. So I'm going to move my hand over a little bit, and I'm going to pinch to it. Okay. So am I doing good with my hands for them to be able to see what I'm doing? Okay. So I'm going to you'll see this little edge right here. I'm going to bring it up to the very bottom of my paper, and you see how I turn that. And I'm going to give it a pinch to make it lay down. And I move my hand over, bring it up to it, always making sure I go back to that edge right there. That is so important to get back to this edge.
Keep it close together.
And then I just smush it. I like using your smushy word. Can I use it for here instead of?
Smush.
Okay. And back over, and you'll see how you're fanning it out here. If you want smaller, you just need to do it a little bit closer. But I'm doing this for a tutorial and I don't know what I'm doing. So moving my hand
Well, I
over
think bigger is better because it makes you think that you're faster.
and down.
You have less.
Now I want to show you, you notice these are wider and there's a shorter one. In nature, when things are organic, some petals are different sizes, so don't panic over that either. They do not have to be the same size. All right, so we're going to go over and smush down. And each time I do it, I hope
I
you
can
can
see you, Sharon.
Yeah.
Your chat is showing up.
Definitely can see you, Sharon. But then we are close to your house, so maybe it's that we're looking out the window. So each time I'm giving a little bit of a turn to go, all right? And so I'm pinching and turning. Now, it's okay to let this go because you're going to come back to it when you go to glue it. So this is the important thing to hold on to up here, not this over here, okay? Paper has that memory and its fiber to where when you've given it a fold, you'll be able to bring it back, okay? So because I've done these, I know that I'm going to probably get down to leaving about this much off the end, and I know that maybe 1.5 inches is going to be the tail of this. So I'm just going to keep going. And then when I get there, because I'm trying to be professional with you guys, I'm going to use scissors, but I normally will just give it a tear. But I want you to see that here's the last fold that I did. I'm coming out that distance away and cutting it. And then where I had that last fold, I'm turning it over and putting a little bit of glue on there. And then bringing it back over to the first fold here and laying it on top. Now I want you to see that's kind of wonky. Don't panic over that because again, paper fibers have a memory. So it's okay here. I'm just holding that down. Now I'm going to take the piece that I tore up because we use all our scraps, and I'm going to put a blob of glue right there. I'm going to go back and work this back into its circle. Okay. And at this point, you may put yours together and you've got a wonky circle like that. Don't worry about that, okay? Because when you take and you lay this down on that glue, you can now take and push those edges up into that center.
Hi, Kathleen.
Okay? And push it up into that center to where you've got that now glued down. If this piece of paper, see how it's a little bit longer? If it's longer like that, don't worry because nobody's going to see this backside. You're going to glue that down. So you can just go back here. Well, that one's all glued. This is what I wanted to get rid of anyway.
Big Mama,
Yes, ma'am.
Regina would like to know about how many inches did you use?
She used all but 1.5 inches of a
Right.
probably
It's off the edge of your cutoff.
Yeah.
8.5.
This is your paper.
Is that the
Okay.
11?
The 11, the 8.5.
Well, yeah, it's 8.5 by 11, and it just depended on how you trimmed it up. You'll notice that this is kind of torn. I used a tearing ruler. That's really, really cool for the
Hi,
edge,
Irma.
for the edge of your flower. So you can take and have it when you're folding it, have that rough edge where you've torn the paper, and you're going to go back and I'm just doing this fast so that you can see the outcome. I'm not trying to impress you with speed.
There's a leaf.
And,
She
yeah.
made a leaf out of book page and ink and
So
stuff.
you saw that this was the offcut, okay? And you see these I'm making closer than those. It's all good. I hope.
Yep. And it takes practice. That's the thing.
Okay, so you see, let me get, for those of you who need the math, that's 1 1/4. But again, you want to take this piece, the very beginning. I got glue on me.
You moved.
Sorry.
No, it was me. I missed.
Put it up and make sure that you've got your circle. Okay? Excuse me. That'll be edited out, I'm sure.
Yeah, because we're not live.
Yeah.
We are live. We are live.
Yes.
At Big Mama's house.
Yes.
And this is Big Mama showing you how to make a scrappy strip rosette.
And, okay. Again, there's your piece that you're going to glue it down to. Could you dollop a daisy? I don't know why.
Okay, we're going to let her go get a drink.
Well,
and
unless somebody wants to run me a bottle.
I'm in here. Okay, so
Bottle of what?
Water.
I'm taking a couple of these. We'll come over to my desk while she gets better. Okay. So our rosette is R. It says rotation. There we get to see her giving the thumbs up.
Okay. I'm good now.
Okay. Oh, I lost it. Wait. You guys, remember, you're supposed to be sending closures. Big Mama tags and journal cards to go into her special journal that we've been making for her here. And before I leave, I will do a flip through. We still have a lot of pages that have to be done. So,
What did you just say?
yeah, you don't get this. I'm not repeating it. Well, not for you. I gotta be nice to my chair because we gotta wood glue my chair. Okay, so you guys, my book is called White Flowers that I'm doing. Okay, so I'm doing my challenge journal is White Flowers, and so I'm going to be using the rosettes, and I like that this one is more open. But she also had these amazing leaves
Do you want
that she had done after. I'm all set up over here. So, yeah, so yes, you still have to do the 3 things to your rosette.
But let me show
So I'm going to show you some things that we can do. And one of the things I want to add that leaf. Well, this is what I get for not closing my glue before I went and got lunch. Okay, so obviously one thing you can do is inking it. If you had inked it like she showed you before, she's having okay, you're using book page and ink there. So, but one of the things you can add is your green. I'm using green in mine. So
different ways.
okay, I'm coming over there.
No, I'm just.
You just
You're set up. I'm just showing you different banners.
you guys don't understand. I'm tired. My brain can't stay on the same thing. Okay, so ink. I've added ink. So another thing that I have in my goodies over here is I have a book page. So these were made from book pages. And I'm going to just add some gold. Okay. And I'm just kind of going along and adding it. So I've got the green look and I'm adding the gold to the edge. So that's 2 things.
Kelly's here.
Hi, Kelly. Okay, and then I'm going to add gold to the center also. I'm going to have it go well, kind of like a pansy or something would have, because I'm trying to make mine to look like a flower. And then the other thing I have that I've been using is the bling. So I have this little piece of bling. Now you could use your glitter glue here. Should do that probably. Let's see if I can get the, no, that's right, this one doesn't. Okay. So you could use your glitter glue here. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this, and then I have some seed beads. That I'm using in the journal. Okay. And I'm just gonna press those into the gel, and that'll give me that little look on the inside. I'll go ahead and put these down. I'll put those in the other one as well. Then I'll add Big Mama's beautiful leaf that's got some of her gold paint on it. And all I need to do is add a Dear Julie Julie digital. And from the green digital, I have, well, I've cut some okay, we'll get into a new piece. So I'm trying to use up these pieces that my computer, my printer didn't print. So this is part of the white flower digital that the Patreons received this month. Each month they get a, depending on what their perk is, what perk their level is. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a fake leaf, and then I'm gonna come up here, across. I'm fussy cutting. So I can give my rosette a bouquet to be a part of. And I move my paper when I fussy cut. Usually. Not always, but usually. Okay, so go up. And come around. And I'm going to give that a curly edge like it's a leaf also. Okay? So my rosette can become part of my bouquet. It could go right over the top of that. And so that will be my Dear Julie Julie digital. Or I kind of like just the look of the dangly bits here. Just the dangly bits. And then I can use the flower somewhere else in the journal. Okay. Just let this hang off the edge.
Miss Julie,
Yeah.
when they're placing pictures of their things they've made, do they have a special post for that, or do they just do it in our group? In this gathering group?
What gathering group?
Oh yeah, Regina's not in that. Regina's asking.
No, it goes into the,
Dear Julie Julie?
yeah. Well, the
Community?
The R.
the
ABC?
the rosette will go in the R for
Okay,
the
so in the
ABC.
ABC.
Goes in the special.
Okay, her mini book is what she did.
Okay.
But she wants to be part of the contest.
Oh, she's talking about the contest that we did
Right.
Oh, the
with
mini.
Tara.
Okay. Okay, that goes in the mini journal in the journal, or mini challenge in the challenge post.
And the ABC.
Okay, so there is my rosette. There's the Dear Julie Julie digital. The rosette is made out of book page. I used green ink, gold pen, and seed beads to make my flower, and I'll be making another one. And I think I will go ahead and, you know, since I stole the leaf from Big Mama's box, I gotta find the other one because I dropped one. I had one for each. It's probably, I did find, notice, I did find the scissors. I did, Big Mama found the
Someone
glue.
may have
Oh,
picked it up.
Big Mama picked it up, you guys.
Someone may have cleaned up behind her. My mistake.
It's okay. Okay. There we go.
Did Daddy find his keys?
No.
Oh,
Girls
Yeah.
be praying. Big Daddy lost his keys.
Yep. Okay, there we go. So there's that. I'm going to come back to I'm going to show you, this is what I made yesterday. This is my kaleidoscope wheel shaker. And so it is a round shaker is what it is. Okay. And to do it, I ended up, because I can only, using what's here, there was a plastic baggie that was like this size right here. So I filled it with my seed beads. I have some blingies and I have a couple of larger pearls, and that makes it so the things actually move around. You could go ahead and put your put this on a brad and put it so that it's an actual like kaleidoscope wheel, but it is it just says kaleidoscope wheel embellishments, so it can shaker. It is a shaker, and so I can tell you, I went ahead and I used some fishing line round, and I got my initial circle, and then I cut around the outside 3 pieces. So there's a piece on top of this, there's a piece on the bottom, and that's how the plastic with the beads is held in. And then I glued it with the art glitter glue. It did glue, and I pulled the plastic over where it needed to come over. The plastic comes, the edge of it comes underneath this flower, so that's why there's a flower here. And then I used the Ferrero Rocher embossed with the magnolia from my stamp. Here, you can see the edge of that plastic right there. So however you like to make a round shaker card, that is our kaleidoscope wheel. And I liked it because it actually moves, so it looks like and sounds like when you have a kaleidoscope and the pieces are going around. And I just backed it. I have not inked it yet, but I will ink it. The flowers on there are Dear Julie Julie Digitals. There's a postcard and a flower behind it. The base is made out of book page, which is the requirement for all of the embellishments, is that the bases are made out of book pages, unless it has the name of something. So like the index card is actually in the name of the eye. So your index card is your base, and you use a book page on it. Okay, so there's that.
Vicki Jensen has joined us. She says good morning.
Hi, Vicki. Good morning.
At her doctor's appointment, so she's just stopping in to say hi.
Hello. Welcome. And I hope all goes well. So there's my rosette. Again, we have the Dear Julie Julie digital, book page, gold, and I did ink it with the green. and the rosette is made out of book page. Okay, so we're going to come back to Big Mama, and she will finish showing you the rosette. She's not choking anymore, so.
You can.
Okay.
So Julie is telling you that you need to use a digital too. So I want you to see this is a Dear Julie digital offcut. So one of the ways that you can incorporate that digital in is by turning this into your rosette. And then, yeah, I'm doing this for you guys and not for me. So now let's go back and do it right. Okay.
So you put the littler one maybe on a big one
And so
or
this,
behind it?
this is your beautiful, beautiful digital. I throw away no scraps. You found a paper that I
I
inked.
found a bigger one.
And so, yeah, I'm selfishly doing it over here in front of me instead of doing it for you guys. You know, that's just how I roll. I'm mean like that. And because this was a shorter piece, I can feel that I need to go to the edge. It's only because I've done it many times. You'll get that memory too. I promise you. And so we're gonna
Connect
do
the
that behind,
beginning to the end.
and then
Smush it.
any scrap is going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and put it right over here in the green and bring this back around into its circle. And put that back down on here. Pushing it all together. So I've got a rosette. And you can add, see that's a Dear Julie digital. But you can have a layered flower if you want, like that. And
Yeah,
where
because
she-
you have to have a book page as your base.
And where she, on the rosette?
Yeah, on everything.
Okay,
Rosette is R.
okay. So it needed to be made out of a book page?
Yeah.
Not a digital.
No.
I'm sorry I misled you
But
guys.
you did both. It's okay.
Well,
This
you
isn't
could have
a,
one layer that's
yeah, that's what you did. You got one layer. I just helped you. You got one layer that's a digital, one layer that's a book page. You've got the awesome paint paper, masking paper.
Got my rhinestone in there. Oh,
Oh, my phone there. There's a rhinestone in the middle. And it's an inky book page and a Dear Julie digital.
and now
And-
she was wanting me to show you how I make my leaves. So I'm going to take this paper. I'm just going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to do another one for another leaf. So that's going to be...
Mass making
here-
leaves.
Yeah. So here, line up all of your folds here. And then I'm going to take, line up all your folds. Big mama. There we go. Got them all lined up. Okay. It's important that this edge, you don't have to worry about that one. And now I want to take, and I'm just going to do an oval cut. Well, teardrop, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
leaf cut.
And there's my cut for my leaves. But then you want to take it and give it a fold like this. So you've got those ridges that are going to be in your leaf. That's how I got those ridges. Okay.
So beep, beep,
And
beep.
so then you're going to want to ink those ridges so that when you open it up,
Hi, Ashley.
come on, it opens up. There
Day
you
to
go.
day now.
There you go.
I can
There's your
relate.
leaf. Okay.
Look it. Do you guys see that? Doot, doot, doot.
Doot, another one.
It's kind of like chick, 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 but it's
Okay.
doot, doot, doot. Doot, doot, doot.
Just kind of get it all crumpled up like that. And then with your fiddly fingers and, oh, Big Mama, you can do it.
There you
I'm
go.
an old lady, okay, guys?
Look at that, you guys. Look at that leaf. I'm telling you. You got leaves for your rosette
Yeah.
if you want,
And if I had
or
book
for your
page,
other flowers. If you're making ribbon flowers or something. But our R for April is rosettes.
And so she wants me to do something with my book page for this. Because she's mean like that, guys. I'm telling you, this woman's a taskmaster. She'll just say, Big Mama, I want you to do it. And I say, yes, ma'am, whatever you say. I never give her a hard time. Thank you guys for not ratting me out in there. Okay. So what I am going to do is take and turn this into a banner. And then do a little bit of a crinkle in it this way and this way. And then that can glue right down on here. And she's got her book page.
Well, your rosette needs to be made out of your book page. No, I want to be clear.
Okay.
Your rosette needs to be made out of your book page.
And I want to be clear. You're going to have to go
Especially with you.
You're going to have to go and find a book that is 8.5 by 11 pages because your offcuts will not work for the rosettes because they won't be long enough.
My book is 9
So,
inches.
For Julie's book is long enough, but for my Reader's Digest, it is not long enough. So the offcut won't work, but hers would work. So find something long enough that you can use, okay?
And you can
But
glue two together, but
Yeah, the offcut for the digitals will not work. Okay,
no, they work to make the rosettes, but they don't
but they're not made out
of
of
the book
page.
page.
Yeah.
You guys see this? Do you see what I'm dealing with? I just want to make sure that y'all know for the challenge, the rosette needs to be made out of your book page from your book. If you're using like a Reader's Digest or something that's smaller, you can go ahead and glue your two strips together, and that will be okay.
Minor.
Hi, Kathy D. Welcome.
Hey,
Ink Pop is here too. And that's
Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Hi,
Welcome.
Cheryl. Welcome. Okay, so this is the Odd Couples desk still. And, oh my gosh, you guys, look what I got when we went thrifting yesterday. Look at this. I got a computer case. I brought mine with me, and I brought it wrapped up in vests. So, hello. We're coming in to see what everybody's doing in here. Oh, look at you guys. Shh. Mary's going through the buttons. She's going through the buttons, Irma. What's she doing over here, Tommy?
I real quick made another
She
rosette
look
cousin
at
roll.
it's a book page rosette. Following the instructions. Oh, it's
Well,
cute.
because I was going to use this one, and then you said, "Well,
Yep.
no, you
Yeah.
can't."
And once your rosette is made, you can use it anywhere in your journal. It's just your rosette needs to have the 3 things in the digital, and you're good. Okay? Okay, so let's come back in here. And yes, we're using up our book pages from the book, the altered book that we have torn apart. And we all have a stack of pages. There's Big Mama's
And I'm
stack
making
of
some
pages.
rosettes right
She's
now.
making some rosettes. She's going to take it there right now.
I'm taking it there now.
And so that's why the book page and that's why the clarification, because even though we are here and having a wonderful time, the people out there that are waiting for the instructions on the challenge remind us every day that they're ready to know how to do the next thing. So so there's that. So oh, I have seed beads on my table. So, and I can no longer see what you guys are saying, so you can go ahead and say what you want. Okay, I'm just going to go around the outside of this one.
Karen is good. She's got the rosettes. She's got it.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. I think, and they're, the way that Big Mama makes them, you guys, they're really flat. And that's why I wanted her to show us how to do them. The key is that keeping them close in the middle. And that pinch, I think. Is that the key?
Yep.
To keeping them flat. Okay, I'm gonna go like that. I still have more seed beads on my table, so we'll go ahead and.
Julie, I told them that it can be their vision of a rosette. Doesn't have to be like Big Mama. Or does it?
Well, that's a rosette. That's what we're making
And
is.
some, they have rosette dyes out there. I have a rosette dye. I have a different Anna Griffin rosette. There's all kinds of rosettes.
Well, this is the one we're making. We're making it out of our scrappy scrap.
Yes, you don't get to,
Okay,
you have to do it.
erase that, Kathy.
Look at you up there working.
I removed it. Nobody read it.
Okay, so there. It's got some goodies on it. I've got another one of Big Mama's beautiful leaves. And so I'll have 2 flowers to go in this journal. And whoa, whoops. Take the whole lid off. That's a different way of adding glue.
I am glad that she said that before I got my rosette glued in. I'd have been very sad.
There you go. Okay, so then the rosettes, once they have all the things, so this one needs a Dear Julie Julie digital. I'll just add it to something. But I already have the one for the challenge. So you take a picture of your rosette and put it in the post. Of course, you can have more than one rosette together. Have a bouquet. You can even make a corsage of rosettes if you wanted to. Okay, so today I have the envelope. What is it called? Envelope bottom flap up. And I really wanted to use. So this is an embellishment. And it is using our book page because that's what we're using for all of the embellishments.
Emily is here.
Hi, Jenna Lee. Welcome. And so for this one, we're going to go ahead and go up, okay, like this with our paper. And then this piece is going to come right down. And the really cool thing is, right now our words are upside down. I'm going to go ahead and cut the edges so that this will fit into my journal, because otherwise it'll be the full size of the book page. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and put the two sides in. So from your fold, go ahead and fold into your fold. Okay, fold into your fold and come to this side, fold into your fold. And we're making the flap. We're going to go ahead and cut the bulk off. And use our little glue stick. Put those down. Okay. And then on mine, I'm going to make it it's going to have a flap up, but it's also going to have a side pocket. Now, if you want to put something under it, this is where you want to do it. If you want to add some paper or something. And Big Daddy gave us some origami paper today that he found. So I'm going to use that for my green book. I'm going to go ahead and put that just like that, like that. So this is our E, and it's the envelope flap up embellishment. Okay, so like this, like this. There we go. So that is all taken care of. I'm going to come in from this side. So before I close it, I'm going to use Tara's thing. And it's got lines on the sides. There we go. So that will give me the pocket. And I just need to close the back side of my pocket. And then I'm going to close the bottom of the flap. So I'm going to close for mine because I want it to come out that side. I got to remember next time to bring my extra phone. I could bring the computer down. I can't see what y'all are saying, so
Okay, generally
that's why I'm not talking to you.
My phone's almost dead.
Generally has a question.
Yes, yes.
Have you done the drawer embellishment yet?
No, I have it cut out, but I wanted to finish one and have a finished one to show you, and I'm going to show you how to make it. So we'll do that tomorrow. Okay, so now this, I'm trying to get enough glue.
There's not much chatter.
Okay, so we're going to close this on the flap side. Okay, that way you get the full pocket for putting something in. And you want your glue on the flap. We're going to bring that up. If you're going to cover the flap, you can cover that before you glue it up. But you're going to glue that up. And this is going to be a flap that is going to be able to hold something. Okay, so you can go ahead and put something in your flap. And I should have done it ahead of time, but I'm going to go ahead, pull this out, ink everything, because I've been inking. I'm still not used to being an inker. So we'll just ink around. And that gives me the envelope flap. Okay, so far I've added ink. I've added origami paper. That's something different. Okay, ink, origami paper. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to close this. Big Mama, this is the gold paint like she uses, you guys. It's from Walmart. Tara was able to find me some. Finally, I'm checking a bag so I can take the paint home with me. My Walmart's, they have a place for it, and it's never been there. It's 2 fluid ounces, folk art, treasure gold. It's hung up. It's not with the stacked rack of paints. It's hung up on a card, and so it's amazing. It is so shiny. I hope I don't get it all over all my stuff. But there, you use that. And then I think she has water in a dropper. It's not there. So we'll just do, oh, there it is. Okay. Gonna have to get a water with a dropper bottle. Okay, so this, and you go ahead and you put 3 or 4 in there. And she said you take your brush, you got one of these fan brushes, and you get it all ready. You put ink on it, and then you put Tara's punch way over here so it doesn't get paint on it. And then you put this down and you splatter on this. Oh, or you, there you go. Now I've got splatters. I need practice. Okay, so now I've added paint. So I've added paint to my journal. I'm going to go ahead and we'll just because we're going to cover this anyway.
Gina Lee wants to see the label on that bottle.
Okay, let me put the stuff back in.
Julie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to put the top back on it. Oh. Yesterday when I did this, that's when I got it all over. Folk Art Treasure Gold. It says 3087 gold, I think is what it says. 2 fluid ounces. And oh, it's in a box, like a bubble wrap, not bubble wrap, but where it's packaged with a card on the back, so there's no UPC on it. But there you go. Folk Art Treasure Gold, 2 fluid ounces. It's amazing. And it's very shiny. And you guys have seen it on her things. And hers is really, because she takes and adds water to it every time and then pours it back in. Her paint is much more liquidy than mine is. So I have paint, paper, ink. I'm going to add my rosette to the front of this. Or maybe I'll add this one. But I need a Dear Julie Julie digital. And I think what I'm going to use, I saw up here, I have one of the corners. Wow. It's like, do I want to add it here? I think we'll go ahead and come across this. We'll add that on top. So showed you several ways to use Dear Julie Julie digitals so far this week. While I'm at Amber's, I have the letters L, M, N, O, P, Q. Today we did R. And then I have S and T. I've done all those, and those will all play through Easter. So you have...
Jenna Lee's almost finished with Mitch.
All right. Yay.
She's almost finished with what?
Mini challenge, and the challenge is Mitch.
Oh, Mitch. I just didn't hear what she said.
Okay.
Savannah named it.
Okay. Kind of like this one on here better. And it got a little gold. So this is my rosette. This already has its 3 things. It's made out of a book page, and it's got its Dear Julie Julie digital. I'm going to go ahead and put the rosette on here. Okay, so like if you're making your stack of stickers and things like that, you can use those after you have made the items. So I made it, it had all of its things, then you can use your other things to help decorate them. Okay, so once this is dry, a card or something can go under here. I chose to also have this side open. You might want this side open, but I can put something here, and depending on where it goes in the journal, it might be, you know, have a pocket up here. So this is the original. Okay. So you're making an envelope, and then you're closing it off, turning it upside down, so you have the flap. It just happens that when you turn it upside down, then your words are in the right direction, which is kind of cool. And then you go ahead and decorate it with the things that you want to use. Okay? So today was brought to you by the letters R and E.
Sesame Street.
So we have our envelope, and I did show you the kaleidoscope so that you can get an idea. I'll show you how to do that. I don't know which day. Today was not the day. But the kaleidoscope wheel is a round shaker card. And by adding the pearls in there with the seed beads and the things, they go around in it like a kaleidoscope. So that was that. So that's letter K. Yesterday we did the crisscross. Okay, so the crisscross journal card and the what is this? Fold over. This is F. The fold over scrappy note out of a book page. Okay, there we go. All the things happening, going on. We also have already done our altered paper clip. We did beads. Dorothy showed you how to make a hidden journaling card yesterday.
Yeah.
We did the index card in the live video that was the challenge with the index card. So
that was a Terra challenge that we did. That was so fun.
Yep, that was a Terra challenge.
So all the ladies are involved with fun things.
So tomorrow we will do the dresser with 3 drawers embellishment, and we'll see what else we get done tomorrow. But yeah, we'll try and do the junk mail book page tag with a job, and if we can get that, and the gift card holder with a tag, those ones, if we get those done, then we'll be right on time for Saturday's video, which will be lace and paper flowers. So that video will be up as a premiere, and if we're still here and things are at a place that we can be live. We'll be live for just a few minutes after the premiere, but most are leaving tomorrow. And so, and we'll just be waiting on my daughter and her family to get here to pick me up. And we'll be doing laundry and getting Big Mama's house ready for her real company to come. Her new grandbaby is coming, and she gets to meet him on Sunday. So come on over.
What I was going to say, you ought to take the camera to Tara so Tara can let them know what we're going to
not
be doing. Oh, she left?
She's upstairs.
Oh, she's
Oh,
upstairs.
Okay,
never
so
mind.
we have another challenge.
Tara is doing a brown paper sack challenge.
Okay,
So
so get
everybody-
her lunch sack.
Yeah, but not right now. But
Right.
everybody that is here at the gathering has been participating in a lot of fun ideas. This is not just a Dear Julie gathering. Everybody is having fun. Everybody is doing their thing. So I just want everybody out there to know Julie's been brave enough to go live. But these other ladies, they are having fun trashing my home too. I mean, crafting too. So
And this afternoon is all about Happy Mail. We're going to be filling the
Right.
Happy Mail bags so they can go out tomorrow.
This is Happy Mail Station.
Yep, Happy
And so
Mail
we-
Station. You saw the thumbnail. That there is
Right.
almost ready to be packaged. We'll be signing each other's books. And and we went to the fountain yesterday. Why? Why did we go to the fountain? W? What did we see at the fountain?
Kisses.
X. Kisses. Yes. It was really cool. We went to the fountain yesterday, and on our way to the fountain, we found W, X, and Y. W, X, and Y. So they're here hanging out on the thing. So, yeah. Yay, Happy Mail.
Yeah.
And I'll show you the dwindling candy.
Don't show them my place.
Dwindling candy. It's the
Yes,
dwindling
Rhonda,
candy
kisses are
stations.
being enjoyed.
Yes, very much. And this is the Come and Look at Big Mama's beautiful journal station. So, yeah. And then we got more over here. And you guys, look at this. Look at this. Taylor found a wedding dress for $7 or $5 at the thrift store that we went to yesterday. That was awesome. Yeah, we having a great time. So we will be live tomorrow at 10:30. And so we will see you then. We'll have the last of the ones up until L. So there you go. Say goodbye, everybody. Bye, everybody. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye. There's Big Mama. I'm like, where?
Bye. Love you
Where'd she
guys.
go?
Bye-bye.
I'm just going to keep the camera on her and make
Oh,
her
no.
nervous.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
smile because you're going to be the end.